Hey, Fear Minimalist, it's Sophia Lark of thefearminimalist.com, helping women of color break the fear-based emotional cycle that keeps them stuck in mother wound trauma. So if you consistently experience symptoms of the mother wound, such as feeling unseen or undervalued, or having trouble with self-care, or difficulty advocating for yourself, I want to share with you a 7-step process that can help you personalize your recovery plan so that you can live the life that you desire on your own terms. So make sure you keep watching. If this is your first time joining me today, thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate when new people show up and they give us a shot. Thank you so much. And please, if this content resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you'll get all of the latest updates when I upload new content every single week. Here is the 7-step process that I've personally used for my own recovery and that I've also used in my private practice to help other women tailor their recovery plans to heal the debilitating effects of the mother wound and to create the lives that they desire. The first step is to be willing to take an honest inventory of your relationship with your mother. So maybe over the years you have sensed something's off with this relationship, or I've never had a good relationship with my mother. I know that we have a disturbing dynamic between the both of us, but that's pretty much where it stopped. You haven't sought to delve deeper into how to heal that dynamic. And you don't necessarily need your mother to do it. You can heal the part that you're responsible for, which is, how do I move forward as an adult in my own life? I know that I can't do anything about the past, and this really isn't about blaming my mother for anything. I mean, we can only get so far with blame, and then at some point, we have to take responsibility as our adult selves. The second step is to understand your attachment style. Our early relationships impact how we show up and function in our current adult relationships. And so understanding attachment helps us to really get a view of the dynamic of how bonding and attachment was formed initially through a repetitive attention and attunement and caring process where this attachment bond needed to happen in order for us to survive. The baby cries, mother looks at the baby with tender loving care, provides physical care as well as empathy and emotional attunement. And as that happens over and over again, a secure attachment forms. Whereas on the other hand, if there is inconsistency in the availability and the attunement and the caring from the primary caregiver, then the child is not going to get that consistency that they need to develop the emotional skills that they need to thrive. And so if that's the case, then insecure attachment develops. Now that's just sort of in a nutshell. But when you understand that, then you can have a better idea of, how did I grow up? What attachment style did I primarily have as a child? And how have I carried this over into my adult relationships? Because that will start to give you some answers about, oh, maybe that's why I do what I do. And it can give you insight into why maybe other people do what they do in terms of their way of relating in a close relationship. And so I've linked to an attachment style quiz that you can take online. You can find that link in the description below. The third step in helping you to personalize your recovery plan is to begin the deconstruction phase, where you are essentially taking down or dismantling all of the messaging, the thoughts, the beliefs, the behaviors that keep you stuck in that dysfunctional responding mode. This is probably, I would say, the most intense and even the longest stage of the recovery process, because you are essentially letting your guard down for the first time. In a long, maybe the first time ever, you're taking down these defenses and these protections that you've built over time that have helped you survive, even though currently they may be hampering the success of your current relationships. And so thus one of the reasons that we're deconstructing them, because once we deconstruct them, we want to replace those maladaptive or not very functional defenses and protections with ones that are going to help you move forward in a much healthier way in terms of your relationships. And so one of the ways that I always recommend for you to start doing this is to create a feelings resource. And I know that in a number of my videos now, I've talked about this feelings resource. And I have linked to, in the description, my feelings tracker worksheet that can help you start understanding the feelings and the behaviors and the thoughts and the beliefs that are connected in terms of external stimuli. Stimulus happens, we start feeling some kind of way, we have thoughts, and then it leads to certain kinds of behaviors. So make sure that you get that worksheet. I've linked to it, as I said, in the description, and that'll get you started with dismantling and taking down those defenses that no longer serve you. The fourth step in tailoring your recovery plan is to find a good trauma and or attachment therapist. Part of the recovery process in healing trauma is to be able to stick with the pain when the going gets tough. Stick with the pain without running away from it, right? That's why developing a feeling resource makes sense, because it provides you with the tools to be able to navigate that pain in the deeper trauma work. But often a feeling resource or self-regulatory tools are not enough to heal the entrenched pain that has developed over a long period of time. And so therapy can help you to begin processing specific trauma memories so that you can eventually restructure those narratives that hold you hostage, so that you can make meaning of the traumatic experience and put the trauma in the past where it belongs. The fifth step in personalizing your recovery plan is to add a complementary mindfulness meditation practice. Now, mindfulness meditation promotes relaxation. It induces this expanded state of consciousness where you become more accepting, more open, more aware through your ability to focus on a specific mantra, a word, an image, or a sound that helps you to eliminate outside distractions so you can focus on the goal at hand. And so adding this practice to your daily repertoire can help you set the tone for your day and boost self-care so that you are not at the mercy of your emotions. The sixth step in personalizing your recovery plan is to find a healthy and validating support group. One of the most common experiences among trauma survivors is the experience of loneliness and isolation. And so when you are able to find a healthy, a safe, a supportive and validating group where you can share in the struggle of other people who understand what it's like to be rejected by or abandoned by their mothers, that can offer you hope. It can offer an ease of distress, because you can look around and see that you're not alone. And so I have provided a link to an online trauma support group. It's through the CPTSD Foundation, and it is known as a healthy, supportive, and validating group for people to receive support, to give support, to share resources on how to heal the debilitating effects of trauma. And so I want you guys to check that out. I put the link below, and I've also included a link to some other resources that might be helpful for you in finding the group that meets your needs. And also remember that you can ask your therapist for a recommendation as well. And the seventh and final step in personalizing your recovery plan is to engage in self-parenting. Self-parenting is a process that you can use to fulfill those unmet needs from childhood by engaging in a process that invites love and acceptance to the inner child. You can essentially do this through what we call self-parenting affirmations, where you create this calm, this safe, relaxing, peaceful, happy place, whatever you want to call it. And you begin speaking these self-affirmations in this place of unconditional positive regard, so that the inner child can be empowered to not just be seen, but to use her voice to come forward and to be able to speak her truth without being judged. One of the ways to do this is through imagery, where you create this place. It could be, you can use a real place or you can use a made up place just sort of in your mind. Let's walk through this process a little bit so I can sort of provide a visual of how you can reparent or self-parent yourself to health. So imagine a peaceful, if you want to call it a peaceful place, or a calm place, or a safe place, or a happy place. Imagine this place. Bring an image up in your mind. It could be a place you've been to before, or it can be a place that you totally construct right now through imagery. But bring that image to mind, and once you have that image solidified, I want you to start thinking about the colors of that place. What colors come to mind as you think about this place? Bright oranges, soft yellows, baby blues, whatever the colors are. Think about all of those colors coming together as a place for a soft landing for the inner child. And then think about all of the sensory input that make up, that comprise this place. You can think about the sights, the sounds, the smells. What things can you see there? What things can you smell there? Maybe the fresh rain hitting the concrete pavement. Anything that you can feel on your skin, the sensations on your skin, maybe the temperature, maybe you can feel the air moving. If there's anything that you can touch, notice those things. Any smells. And then I want you just to linger there for just a little bit. Now you can give this place a name, this happy, calm, safe, peaceful, relaxing place. You can give it a name, or you can just leave it as it is. And I just want you to take in the pleasurable experience. And as you take in that experience, you can begin to offer the self-parenting affirmations. I'm so glad you were born. I love seeing you every day. You're a delight in my eyes. I'm so proud of you. It's okay to speak your truth. It's okay to make mistakes, because know that you're still going to have my love and support. Any other things that you can think of in terms of parenting or self-parenting or parenting the inner child? And allow those to sink in. Just take that in for a little bit. Enjoy that pleasurable experience. And then when you're ready to come out, you can just open your eyes. Right? And just be aware where you are. And guys, that's really it. Wrap yourself in a blanket, drink a nice, refreshing drink, and be kind to yourself going forward. All right, but there you are. Now you know how to create your personalized mother wound recovery plan in 7 steps. And guys, be sure that you download the resources that I mentioned in the video, and be sure to connect with me on social media. I'm on Instagram at Fear Minimalist, on Twitter at Fear Minimalist, and Facebook at Fear Minimalist. Connect with me so we can have a more in-depth conversation on healing the mother wound. All right, everybody. Well, that will do it for today. Thank you so much for being here, and please be sure to come back. If you liked this video, hit the like button below, share with your friends, drop a comment below to let me know your thoughts on today's video, and be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell so that you'll receive all of the latest videos when I upload new content every single week. And remember, the sun is going to rise and shine bright tomorrow. The question is, are you going to rise with it and allow your best self to shine? I hope you do, and I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.